This feels really weird. Long time no see, eh? Hello everyone. Welcome to another video. It has been a long time. I think a year? Maybe just under a year, maybe just over, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's been a long time. But I'm back. Maybe. Let me update you. So, first of all, there's no big reason why I haven't been here. There's no like big drama or anything, so it's all chill. But essentially, I stopped posting videos because I was just very overwhelmed, mostly with university, and they're not particularly welcoming or accessible attitude. So yeah, I had a lot of problems last academic year with just the tutors, one tutor in particular, and just it was just a fight for every single accommodation. I mean, they wouldn't even like give me the PowerPoints in advance, which is like the most basic universal accommodation. I mean, that's like it's so basic it almost automatically goes on most people's reasonable adjustment form. So, you know, there was a lot of difficulties with the university that I really had to fight for. This year has been better. Mostly. I have finished my first project of year 2. It is currently, as I'm filming this, the 11th of March, 2024. So yeah, things have been better this year. However, the upcoming project is not one but 2 group projects, so that's a whole nother problem. And group projects was one of the big problems we ran into last year. So yeah, I've been having a lot of problems with the university and their not so clear expectations and their complete lack of communication, essentially. But yeah, that's why I stopped posting. I was just very overwhelmed with that, and I had to, obviously prioritize actually doing my work and trying to get them to listen. So that's exactly what I did. And then when it came to the summer, I had nothing to vlog about because summer is always just hell for me because it just flares up all of my disabilities. It makes me miserable. And yeah, I just have like, I mean, I guess it is still seasonal depression, but it's just like opposite to what most people have. Because yeah, I hate the summer, so there's nothing to vlog. And then of course we got back into uni, and while things have been going better this year, it's still quite a lot and I need to find the balance. So that's what I've been doing, and I think I am at a point now where, since then, now actually observing my reasonable accommodations, or reasonable adjustments rather, and I've got a grip on everything, it's gonna be better to go back into vlogging. Still not sure what I'm gonna do over the summer, since, like I said, it's always just terrible and I can never do anything because of the heat, but we'll see. But yeah, so that is kind of the crux of why I stopped vlogging. But so, I was just struggling with uni and trying to balance everything. So, but hopefully I will be back now. I can't promise weekly vlogs anymore really, but I will still be vlogging. And yeah, videos will go up when they go up. That's really all I can promise right now. I do have a behind the scenes video that I filmed for my previous project, which was pretty cool. I crocheted a whole load of flowers out of plastic bags because the whole project was about sustainability, and that was fun. We did that, so I do have a behind the scenes. Well, I have the behind the scenes footage. I still need to like film the intro and outro and stuff for it. But yeah, I do have that, so that'll hopefully go up soonish, so that's something cool. And yeah, I've just been mostly just living my life. Like I said, summer, nothing ever happens in the summer, and then the rest of the time has just been uni. So yeah, did some pretty cool projects though, but other than that, I do have a few other life updates. So the biggest life update is that I now use a wheelchair part-time, which I know is a big change, and I'm kind of scared to talk about this or post this because I'm sure it'll get a lot of hate. But yes, I am now an ambulatory wheelchair user. I have an electric wheelchair, which I bought almost a year ago now. It was during the Easter holidays last year, and we're almost at the Easter holidays this year. So yeah, wow, I can't believe it's already been a year. But yes, I now use that because that is part of the reason I was really struggling last year. I was really struggling to balance life, work, like uni work, not work, you know, walking around and just doing other stuff, and actually still being able to do my shoots with the limited energy that I have because of my conditions. I just could not manage it because I was wasting all of my energy on just walking to and from places. And that was the crux of the issue, on top of all of the other problems. I just don't have the energy to do something full time and walk there all at the same time. And I mean, you know, really, I wasn't even like, you know, walking all the way into uni. I got a taxi, but, you know, I'm still walking, you know, from the car to the building, and, you know, sometimes the taxi would have to drop me off like at the end of the street, and that was really terrible. And because of all the cobblestones in Norwich, oh my god, they are horrible to walk on, and it really caused a lot of problem with my wonky right foot. And yeah, it was just not working, and that was one of the big problems. So I made the jump to get a wheelchair. It was a lot of money. We're not going to talk about that. But yes, I do now use a wheelchair part-time. Obviously I can still walk, not paralyzed. I'm an ambulatory wheelchair user. I use it mostly to manage my energy because of my chronic fatigue. That has always been the biggest issue for me. The chronic fatigue is just debilitating. And of course, also, it's mainly a Norwich problem, to be honest. I never had as much of this problem when I lived in Milton Keynes, because Milton Keynes is a fairly new city, so the pathways are fairly good, but of course Norwich is covered in cobblestones and potholes and hills, which is just a recipe for disaster. So it absolutely murders my back, my feet, my knees, my everything. Every single joint was screaming at me to stop walking. So yeah, that's what I did, and it has drastically improved my quality of life. I can now attend class with ease. I mean, it's still a big, you know, energy drain in terms of like sensory wise and just talking to people and masking, but you know, in terms of just actual physical exertion, it is so much easier now that I have the wheelchair. And I mean, I can just go to the shop, you know, if I need milk, I can just go to the co-op. And I could never do that before, because, you know, if I wanted to just walk down the block to go get milk, that's like a week-long excursion. Because even though it physically only takes me an hour, which, by the way, the walk is like 5 minutes, so it really shouldn't take me an hour, but it does. You know, like in order to prep to do that thing, because first of all I'd have to plan in advance to do that, and then also take days off afterwards, it's just so impractical. Whereas now I can just go to the co-op, and it has significantly reduced impact. So yeah, the wheelchair has been life-changing, and I'm very glad that I got it. I put it off for longer than I maybe should have. It would have benefited me a lot back in Milton Keynes, but I didn't really want to admit that I needed it, because on the one hand it does, you know, there are still, I can't go some places because of the wheelchair. Some, you know, especially in Norwich, it's an old town, everything is very inaccessible here. So obviously if it's a small shop, I can't get in it because they often have like a step or something at the front, the doorways are narrow, and I knew that getting a wheelchair would mean that I wouldn't be able to go into those places. But at this point, I can't go into those places anyway because I can't walk to them. So that was kind of the tipping point of, you know, I can't even go to these places anyway. So I think it's time. So yeah, the wheelchair has been the biggest change in my life, but a massively positive change. It has literally given me so much more freedom. It's, you know, really allowed me to be like a proper adult, I suppose, because, you know, I can just like go and do my own shopping now, which I've already mentioned that, but like that's something I could never do before. And so it really is life-changing that I can do that, and I'm very grateful to be able to do that. But yeah, so it took some adjusting to, but overall it has been just an amazing tool for me to use. And I still use my walking stick. Let me go and get it. My parents bought me this walking stick for Christmas. Was it Christmas or my birthday? I think it was Christmas. I can never remember, they're so close together. But yeah, they bought me this walking stick for Christmas, I believe. It was from Etsy. I don't remember the name of the shop off the top of my head, but I will put it in the description. And how cool is it? So yeah, I think it's a raven or a crow. a black bird, and yeah, it's so cool, and it's also just a really great walking stick as well. Way sturdier than my other one, which was just like a foldable one from Boots, which was trash. And yeah, I love it very much. So yeah, I highly recommend, by the way, you know, if you do use mobility aids, invest in cool ones if you can. It really does make all the difference. Like, the amount of joy I get from using this walking stick is ridiculous. But yeah, very cool, so thanks, Mum and Dad. Yeah, I do still use my walking stick. I just interchange whether I'm using my stick or my wheelchair depending on the day, where I'm going, how much distance I've got to travel, you know, if I'm going to a secondary location, because if it really is just, you know, you drop me at the door, I walk inside and then I go and meet the taxi back outside again, then that's fine, I just use a stick for that. But I often have to travel between university buildings on any given day for classes, and because they're all kind of throughout the city, I mean, they're fairly close together, but I mean, everyone else can walk it in like 2 minutes, but it takes me like 10 to 15, because again, the cobblestones, they really are becoming my arch nemesis. That has been kind of my life. I haven't got any other updates, to be honest. I have literally just been existing. You know, I dealt with everything last year. I was then getting used to my wheelchair, depressed in the summer because it's too hot and it just makes my pain and fatigue exponentially worse. And yeah, and then I've just been kind of getting into the groove of things this year, you know, using my wheelchair on campus and everything and navigating that, and yeah, just trying to find the balance between uni and home, which I think now that I have the wheelchair, I have actually been able to do. So yeah, now that I've kind of done a project at uni and everything, this was a much longer project, so I had a 20-week project that is complete, and now we have a 10-week project coming up, which is the group project. I'm thrilled about that, can you tell? So yeah, it was quite a long project, but now that I know that I can balance them, I'm feeling more comfortable getting back into vlogging and making videos because I feel I can manage that again. So yeah, I am not making any promises about the amount of videos I'm going to post or when, but they will go up. I am actually currently this weekend, I am going to the photography show for all 4 days by myself for the first time, which is quite scary. So that's what's coming up, and that's kind of why I wanted to make this video now, because I want to vlog that, because that's a big new experience and I would really like to video it. So yeah, that's probably going to be the next video that goes up. Don't know when this will go up. Might even be after the photography show, we'll see. Because we're getting the briefing for our next project in 2 days' time. So I've got some stuff and I've got to pack and do some stuff before the weekend, so we'll see if this video gets edited or not, who knows. But yeah, that is the next big thing I'm doing. Bramble, by the way, he's alive and well. He's very happy. He's sleeping in the other room. He might come through at some point because it's 3 p.m, so it's getting pretty close to dinner time, so I'm sure he'll come and show his face and demand that I feed him. But yeah, my mum is coming down to stay for the weekend, so she's gonna drop me in Birmingham because yeah, the photography show is in Birmingham, and I mean, I looked at getting a train, but it would just, not only would it be so ludicrously expensive, but it would be so difficult. Like, Norwich is just Norwich is just a black hole. There's Norwich and there's the beach and there's nothing else in the entirety of Norfolk, pretty much. And it's like, you can get a train to London, which, first of all, I don't want to go to London, absolutely not. Euston Station, my worst nightmare, absolutely not. But yeah, it's just, yeah. So my mum's gonna drive me. We're gonna make a day of it, and then she's gonna be staying here to pet sit. Bramble is not gonna be happy. I haven't broken that news to him yet. Hopefully he didn't hear that, but yeah, he's not gonna be happy. I mean, he has gotten used to her a little bit. At least the last couple of times she's come down, either for or up, across it. Is Milton Keynes more north than north? I don't even know. I dropped out of geography, guys. But yeah, he hasn't hissed at her that last time that she came down, you know, so he's still very tentative of her, but he is getting to know my mum at least a little bit, so hopefully, you know, he's not going to be happy about it. And I am going to get an earful when I get back from the photography show, that is for sure, but hopefully he'll forgive me if I bring him some chicken, so. But yeah, Bramble is all alive and well and a very happy boy still. But yeah, that's really honestly all the updates, you know. I haven't I haven't been doing anything, and that's why I didn't really pick up the camera again during the summer, because there's been nothing, you know. It's just been uni and that's it. So yeah, I am back. Hopefully I'm gonna ease back into the vlogging, and yeah, I don't know if I'll ever kind of post weekly vlogs again, because honestly I just don't do, I feel like I don't do enough in a week, so they might become like bi-weekly or something. But there may also then be other videos, like more of the other videos, because vlogging kind of, it took all of it out of me, and I'm not a big fan of video editing, to be honest. Which kind of gets in the way. I hate Premiere Pro. I really do. I'd like that on my tombstone, actually. I really die hard hate Premiere Pro, but please don't sue me, Adobe. But yeah, I don't like that. So hopefully videos will be back semi-regularly. And yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed this video. And like I said, I will be going to the photography show and I will be vlogging the whole thing. Depending on how long it is, I might even split it into 2 vlogs, I'm not sure, but yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm going up there for the first time by myself. It's the first time I'm staying, I mean, obviously I live alone and like hours away from home, but I'm like staying away from my home by myself for several days at a time. So I don't know, it's a new experience, I guess, but at the same time it's not really, because I've been to the photography show almost every year since like I was 14, so I don't know, I know the place very well at least, so we'll see. But yeah, and don't ask me how much the hotel cost. Don't ask me that. But yeah, the point is you'll get to see a lot more of the wheelchair, because I'm going to be using that all 4 days, because yeah, trust me, walking around that massive show hall, it's not happening, absolutely not. But yeah, so you'll get to see a lot more, and yeah, I'm really excited to go to the photography show, and hopefully you guys will enjoy the vlog. So for now, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I almost started doing my gaming video outro though, because I have still been doing gaming videos. So if you want to watch me playing Skyrim, you can do that. I'll put that link in the description. I do have a gaming channel, which I have been keeping up with. So yeah, if you like Skyrim, I do that too. But yeah, I almost did the gaming outro. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Yeah, you know, like it if you have, comment if you have any questions, you know, about my wheelchair use or just anything that's been going on. If you just want to see Bramble, that's cool. Honestly, I'd like send you a picture, that works. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. And yeah, subscribe if you want to see a photography show vlog. But anyway, for now, I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.